When you're on stage and you see the audience react to what you do, it's a very out-of-body experience, but in the best possible way.
We welcome the absolutely gorgeous, it's Venus Dimilo!
My first experience of drag was my mum took me to a show in Turkey, and I remember looking at the stage and thinking just how flamboyant and talented they were. My name is Venus Dimilo and I'm a drag queen. So the first time that I saw myself in drag, it was almost surreal. I felt really powerful and confident, and yeah, it was really surreal. My drag name means Venus Dimilo, as in the Greek statue with no arms. A lot of people don't actually understand it, but thought it completely embodied what I want my drag to show and teach. The condition I have is thrombocytopenia absent radius. It's shortened to TAR syndrome, but I prefer to impress people with the long name. It's basically the bones in my forearms are missing. It's a blood disorder, which means that my blood doesn't clot properly. When I was younger, I was quite a confident person. I never really thought about how I was. It wasn't really until I became older that I became self-aware. I was sort of insecure about certain things.
It was like that model and that was...
and the bees are going.
And yeah, then drag started and I did 360 and completely changed it all.
I'd like to be quiet.
Well, when she first started drag, she never told me about it. I was on a night out and she had a wig on. She had like a purple wig, this leotard thing, and I was thinking, what the hell are you doing? I was just thinking, what's going on? And then it just evolved from there. She was just like, oh, you know, with the drag queens now.
Don't use the term bi or queen, which a lot of people put on female-bodied people, but I think my drag is as valid as anybody else's. A lot of people do criticise bio queens. A lot of it seems to be online. Not many people tend to say it to your face. At the end of the day, it's my drag and I do it for me, and if you don't like it, then you don't have to like it.
Dan, can I put them on here? Yeah,
Everybody else can fit in the back. The best thing is that anyone's going in the back.
Now we're all off to Boulevard if we can all fit inside the taxis.
The strongest reaction I've probably ever had was my T-Rex performance. Essentially what it is a T-Rex who can't masturbate because they've got short arms and they can't reach. And I come out with a dildo attached to a wooden stick, and that's probably the most positive and loudest reaction I've ever had to anything that I've performed.
So I used to find the kind of disability jokes hard to come over just for the sheer fact of how much time was spent protecting Sophie when she was younger. But it's not that I don't go to the shows because of her disability jokes or anything like that. There's just certain things a little brother should never see an older sister use.
So, everyone, eyes towards the stage as we welcome the absolutely gorgeous, it's Venus Dimilo!
When you're on stage, it's validation for all the hard work you've put into it, and it gives sort of like a power.
Would we like to see Venus back in Sunday Night Live in
It's all about self-expression, and you've got to embrace it, and if you think people aren't going to like what you do, then it's just more of a reason to do it. When people see me perform, I'd like them to see inclusiveness in what I do, and I like to think that I represent at least one thing that other people can associate with themselves and inspire people. I'd like to inspire people.